So this is a quick side-by-side of the Honda GX630 and the Onan. This is the old Performer 18 XSL off of a Miller welder. You got the flat twin versus the V twin. On the scale, this one with the oil filter and oil and air cleaner on it weighed in at 55 kilos, and this one dry with no air cleaner was at 52, so a little bit lighter all up, but pretty close. This is 18 horsepower, and I think this one is supposed to be 20, so little bit of an upgrade. The shafts are unfortunately different. This is the flywheel from the welder, and the Onan shaft is an inch on the stub end, but tapers to an inch and an eighth back here, and the Honda shaft is 1 inch all the way. So yeah, rough dimensions were about 18 inches ish on both units. The whole pattern off the deck still under 18 inches there. A little bit higher if you care about the muffler on the Honda. But the center line, we're looking at 6.5 versus maybe 5 and a bit, 5 and a quarter. Sorry, that probably wasn't in frame. That was the deck to the center of the shaft. On the welders, it primarily relies on the face mount. Yeah. Well, lo and behold, I was wrong about the bolt hole patterns being the same. They are the same, 4.5 and 3 1/4 inches on the Hondas. They are on the Onan, but this is all different in this direction. So so much for that idea. But what I did discover is that these are a machined surface, and this is a machined surface, concentric around the shaft. And they're only that much different. So made up that little ring, and that fits right on there now. Did the old transfer punch routine, and yeah, all I gotta do, drill them out. Might have to fill those in. Okay, here we go. That's a little more like it. I did go ahead and weld that spacer ring in there just so I didn't have to rely on the bolts to hold that concentric. And I went with obviously the 7/16, the bigger holes rather than the 3/8. So that works pretty well. Got those old ones filled in, new ones bored out. And now this is what we're going to do to keep the pulley in place. So that is a tapered pulley bushing. I misspoke. This is the flywheel, not the pulley. And so I bored the taper on the inside of this flywheel the other direction. It was going like this, wide at the back. So now the wide end's at the front. This is McMaster G style pulley taper thing. So that's what it is. It is actually tapered. I think that's a 3-degree taper, and that gets drawn down through these bored holes, not the threaded holes. The threaded holes are for pushing this off once the taper's seated and you want to remove it. But yeah, so I matched that taper to the inside of the flywheel. That's what it is, a GX1 1-inch bore bushing. Let's see, there is your McMaster part number. And yeah, that should hold the flywheel in place. There we go. Made it right up. Looks like it was made that way. The stator all in there. Bolted right on the flywheel, bolted on the bell housing. Robot's your mother's brother, innit?